Oh, Virgo sun, moon, and rising. And if you have lots of aspects, you want to listen up. This is for September. Interesting. The Hermit card is in reverse. That is an interesting card. I always saw this card as disloyalty issues, honesty issues, bad advice, not listening to your higher self, not hearing spirit, not going to spirit. So this is a warning to you, Virgo, that you must take a moment and seriously consider the spiritual energy around you and to somehow draw from that in order to make September a better month. And if there's any disloyalty issues, and if you're the one who's being disloyal, you're going to get a kickback from this one and you're going to get a good lesson. If you're dealing with someone who's disloyal, it's time that you ended that situation.
And if I were to add one thing to that card, just one little simple aspect, is a perfect read in my opinion for me. But the one thing that I would add to it is very simply this. If you're really feeling like you don't know, make sure you get out of your shell a little bit and you ask others their opinion. You know, if you feel that dishonesty and you don't feel like you can trust yourself on the matter,
good point.
make sure you ask others. Like,
that's a really good point.
You got someone close to you, that's time to give them a holler and say, hey, what's up?
That's a really good point. Yep.
So, I got the Knave of Swords, or the Page of Swords here. The Page of Swords, in many ways, as I've walked through this card as an air sign person, I know parts of it very well. And the part that I'd like to highlight about it is to make sure you pay attention to what you're saying and doing and the energy that you're putting out there. Like, for instance, even your spoken word and what you have to say. Like, if you're the kind of person to say, oh, that's just my luck, or, oh, that's just how my life is, you got to stop that. You got to put that part of you away, because it is not serving your greater good. It is not helping you to decipher these things. You really need to let go of that I don't know, I'm just trying attitude, because if you don't take some responsibility, then in some ways you're selling yourself. You know, you really got to make sure that you keep your footing, and even though we're a little windswept in our life and things are moving quickly, that you don't lose track of that main value that you're trying to hold on to. You know, that sword is a dangerous thing, and if you're not paying attention, you can lose, well, parts of yourself.
Yeah. I think the other thing that it might mention too, even if you had legal issues, it's a good idea to check in with a lawyer as well. If you have emotional issues, check in with a counselor. You know, all of that. So just so you understand, because sometimes I see the Page of Swords as, you know, if you look at the card, you see only one eye. That usually means that sometimes they're tripping around so fast they miss something.
Yeah.
Right? And so you really want to make sure you have somebody else on your side, like you said, who's paying attention, who might see another version of the truth for you. Right?
Yeah. Coupled very nicely with the Hermit.
Yeah, for sure.